Shortly, I'll be telling you about what's available at the Tyrone Guthrie Centre in Monaghan. Robbie MacDonald is the director down there of the centre, and I spoke to him yesterday. Now, the occasion for speaking to Robbie and finding out about it is that Newry and Mourne Council, Aisleain McGill, you're very, very welcome. Nice to see you. Aisleain is responsibility for, among many, many other things, the allocation or the decisions on the with others, the allocation of the bursaries that will take folk either on sporting activity or artistic people directly to the Tyrone Guthrie Centre. What's the story about the bursaries? What's happening?
Well, we're just going to press at the minute, Rowan, with details for the public about two initiatives that the council roll out every year. The Sean Hollywood bursary, which we'll talk about after a while, is one of them, and the Tyrone Guthrie bursary is a fantastic opportunity for local creative people. We've had writers, visual artists and so on who have benefited from it in the past, and that is a 2-week-long residency at the Tyrone Guthrie Centre in Annaghmakerrig, which you will know about.
Yes, of course, yes. Yeah.
Maybe our audience won't be so familiar with it, but it was a really astonishing gift that Sir Tyrone Guthrie left to the state of the Republic when he died, which was his family home, set in 45 acres of beautiful countryside in Fermanagh.
That's Monaghan, I believe.
Oh, Monaghan.
Monaghan.
I thought it was Fermanagh. You're right.
The Monaghan people would beat us around the ears if we dare say Fermanagh. But of course, you're taking us up close to your home territory of Derry when you mentioned Fermanagh. But no, but the thing about it is it's the most creative experience there, and the folk will hear about it shortly. The only sort of rule is that everyone attending dine together at 7 in the evening.
That's right.
The gong is sounded, bong, 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 and everyone comes together for the meal, and then they repair to their various places, and they get on with the business of doing their work.
Well, that is a key part of the experience there, because you can just imagine the kind of collaborative, creative thinking that goes on around that table when you've got perhaps I don't know, a cellist and a visual artist, a filmmaker, a theatre director, all together sharing ideas. You know,
a rattle bag of kaleidoscopic wonderment.
Absolutely.
Something like that would be huge. Now, what kind of people can apply for the Guthrie?
Well, you do have to establish that you're bona fides. So, you know, the application form has been developed by the Tyrone Guthrie Centre. And you must show the assessment panel that you have got a background in your chosen discipline, that you, for example, if you're a visual artist, you'll be asked to provide details of exhibitions that you have put on. Writers will have to show that they have been published.
Yes.
You also have to demonstrate what you're actually going to do there, because, you know, I would love to go to the Tyrone Guthrie Centre and kick back for a fortnight, but I don't think staring into space would quite cut it.
It doesn't cut it, no.
So you have to be working on something. So, for example, our most recent recipient was outlining how she would work on a collection of poetry that she is developing and so on. So it's not just a case of having a good idea. You must be working towards something and demonstrate that those 2 weeks will enable you to do that in a way that you couldn't if you were at home.
And someone has said, in fact, it was Robbie MacDonald, the director of the centre, said to me yesterday, the folk will hear about it very shortly, he said 2 weeks at the Tyrone Guthrie Centre working is easily the equivalent to a month's work at home. You know, it's so much better.
Completely dedicated time and space, and that key facet of collaborating and communicating with other like-minded people, which is so desperately unavailable to most artists,
because they live alone in their garrets and.
Well, even if they don't live alone in garrets, they may have families that take up their time and just that time to reflect and be creative.
So it possibly is a family survival package as well.
Who knows?
It allows families to be together and to be happy at home if the work is done. Now, what about the Hollywood bursary? What's that?
The Sean Hollywood bursary is given out by council. It's £2,500. To the sports and arts disciplines. As you know, Sean Hollywood was a proponent of both, and a great man who did so much for both those art forms
Yes.
when he was alive, and there used to be a trust, and the trust dispersed the money, and then it was wound up a few years ago, but the council felt that it was important to
do it.
maintain that link to his legacy, really. So £2,500 is available to local people, mostly young people, I have to be honest, who want to further their development and learning in their chosen fields. So in the past, we have had young people who have had a proportion of their fees paid towards going to drama school, the Ulster Youth Drama, which runs through the summer, things like that. The sporting discipline, we've had young people who are going off to represent Newry and Mourne district in their various sports. So, it's very open, and again, the assessment panel will look at how you will develop through the bursary.
And are you guys in council, are you doing the assessment of the Hollywood bursary?
The assessment panel will be from council officials and
is it the
very
same for the
importantly,
Guthrie one? The council will make the call?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
So it's self-contained. People just have to fill out the form and give it their best shot, really.
One thing to do with the Sean Hollywood that I should point out, although it's very clear in the forms, you must be nominated by a group or organisation.
Yes.
We cannot give that money to individuals. You must be nominated, and that's a way for council to ensure, again, the bona fides of the applicant.
Absolutely.
So if you're part of a drama group, your drama group would nominate you. The drama group would be paid, and then they would.
How are things in your world of arts and drama in council at the moment?
Well, very positive at the minute in terms of the fact that council have committed monies towards the refurbishment of the town hall, which you'll be aware of, both in this year, and then there's a next year, even though Newry and Mourne District Council won't exist, obviously. But those works are being tendered for very soon. Obviously, there'll be a period of consultation in terms of what will be done and when. So it'll be a period of upheaval for our much cherished frequent flyers, as we call them, Rowan, in terms of having to relocate for a period of time. But you can't just make an omelette without breaking eggs.
We had to do it at the library, and everyone was up in arms about it at the time. But look at the lovely library we have now. Well, it's fantastic.
You can't improve the building without actually getting in there. Well, it's an old building. It's over 100 years old. It requires work, and the work has to be done, which will require some relocation. I know that some of the groups already have relocated to Warrenpoint Town Hall for their activities, and they will benefit in the long term because the facility will be improved, and that's what the investment is about.
What kind of people in the past, I'm taking you back to the scholarships again and the bursaries, what kind of people in the past took the Guthrie scholarship?
I'm thinking of Chris Cassidy, who is a local writer, who spent the time there working on what he already had a sort of brief for his second novel. He had already finished his first.
Did Patsy Quinn go there, a local writer about George's Lane, the local locality of Newry?
Not through the bursary. Artists are entitled to go there and spend their own hard-earned cash at any time. Now they will still have to fill in an application form, but that would be between them and the Tyrone Guthrie Centre itself.
Well, they're very impressive, and it's a beautiful, beautiful setting. I think Andrew has put some. First of all, tell people how they apply before we go to the piece.
The press releases will be in the local papers. The deadline for both bursaries is the 4th of July at 12 noon.
4th of July, 12 noon.
Go on to the council website, contact the Arts Centre on 3031 3180. They will send the forms to you. We have a database of people that we send everything to. Check out Facebook. If you're interested, or indeed know anybody who might be interested, just contact us.
Okay, so that's the way to do it. The website is your key to everything, really, I suppose.
Indeed.
Look, Andrew, you put some lovely images in, didn't you, into the interview that we're going to now? And we have Robbie MacDonald of the Tyrone Guthrie Centre. I spoke to